Twitch creators claiming that Blake Lively and her team are bullying her literally just because she took a video of Blake Lively at the 1928 hotel in Waco, Texas. She has some pretty good evidence that this is actually.
Davidson and Stuart Albertson say Justin's getting more than he needs.
I gave the win to Baldoni. I mean, I think Lively got a few things that she wanted, but if I was on the Lively side and listening to and looking at what their arguments were, I wouldn't feel good about this. I'd feel like we kind of lost the battle. Whereas on Baldoni's side, I'd be like, we had to give up a couple things that we don't care about, but by and large, we got what we wanted.
My mom and I were staying at Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas this weekend. Blake Lively and her team were staying there as well after South by Southwest in Austin on Friday night. We found this out from all the hotel staff, ended up recording her coming into the hotel lobby. We were just hanging out, people watching. Her team caught wind of this, I believe, maybe saw me recording her on the security camera.
A shocking scandal is rocking Hollywood as a well-known influencer has allegedly leaked explosive hotel footage involving Blake Lively, accusing her of mistreatment and unprofessional conduct.
I'm just a regular person. I'm not a TikToker. I don't do YouTube. I don't have X or Twitter or whatever it's called. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have WhatsApp. I have an Instagram, but it was...
What began as just another Hollywood dispute has quickly spiraled into a full-blown spectacle filled with hidden agendas and jaw-dropping twists. But is there more beneath the surface? Are we seeing just a simple legal battle? Or is something far more calculated at play? Get ready, because we're about to peel back the layers of the biggest controversy shaking Hollywood right now.
Other people.
Is she like Lively? Don't look up. She all crutches? As you can see, or barely see, y'all made a big deal over nothing. Like I said, this video was very insignificant. It's 18 seconds. It's her walking in, looking up, admiring the hotel. You can clearly tell it's her and her voice and her face if you do the work. And then she walks over, notices us, puts up her hand, and asks to grab a hat. And that's all that's...
All right. Let's dive into the hotel footage that's been blowing up all over the internet. The video, which has been going viral on social media, was recorded at Hotel 1928. A young woman and her mother were staying there, just like any other guests, hanging out in the lobby when they suddenly spotted Blake Lively and her team arriving. Excited by the surprise encounter, the girl casually started recording, something a lot of fans do when they see a celebrity. But that's when things took a dark turn. According to the girl's account, Blake immediately took offense to being filmed. What happened next was reportedly disturbing. Witnesses say that Blake's team, including her security guards, aggressively confronted the young woman, demanding she stop recording. It didn't end there. The girl claimed she was followed and intimidated by Lively's team throughout the hotel, leaving her feeling unsafe and threatened.
Okay, couple comments like this, giving myself 60 seconds, short version, let's go. My mom and I were staying at Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas this weekend. Blake Lively and her team were staying there as well after...
Completely divided. Some people are outraged, seeing this as yet another example of Hollywood elites abusing their power to silence everyday people. Meanwhile, others are fiercely defending Blake, arguing that celebrities deserve their privacy and that recording someone without their permission crosses a clear line. One thing's for sure, this controversy isn't going away anytime soon.
Creators claiming that Blake Lively...
File influencer. Internet detectives have been digging into her background and found that she's just an ordinary person who unexpectedly got caught in the middle of a Hollywood storm.
No, so I basically had like an unplugged weekend on our trip. So I did not post any stories. I posted like one story of my mom at lunch, not at the...
Disturbing. The harassment allegedly didn't stop there. The girl says she was later targeted online, with Blake's team using their influence to discredit her and twist the narrative. Some sources even suggest this isn't the first time Blake has reacted this way when caught off guard in public.
Inside the Blake, all of this nonsense came out. The event marked the first press event Lively had done since December, when she filed a legal complaint and eventually a lawsuit against her former co-star Justin Baldoni, alleging he harassed her on the set of their film It Ends With Us. Lively also alleged that, faced with the possibility of his career being impacted by her claims, Baldoni and a crisis PR team he hired waged a misogynistic smear campaign against Lively using the power of the internet. Baldoni soon countersued, and the pair kicked off an exhausting and protracted war against each other. Despite the drama surrounding the case, Lively's appearance at the festival ultimately was pretty standard stuff. That is, unless you have been obsessively watching videos from the bevy of mostly women content creators who have declared themselves experts in the 37-year-old star's legal battle.
Is this simply a celebrity protecting her privacy, or is it part of a deeper pattern of behavior that's finally coming to light? If these allegations prove true, they could completely change how the public views one of Hollywood's most beloved stars.
Freaking injury. AEO means attorney's eyes only. So what exactly does this mean in someone that is not in the law?
In a surprising legal move, Blake Lively has officially asked the court to keep certain private communications sealed, specifically her text messages with Taylor Swift. According to newly released documents, Blake's legal team filed a motion requesting the judge to grant a protective order that would prevent these texts from being used as evidence. That's the big question. Legal experts speculate these messages might contain sensitive discussions about the scandal, potential damage control strategies, or even behind-the-scenes details that haven't yet come to light. Judge Liz acknowledged the request, but made it clear that the final decision would depend on the complexity of the issues involved and how sensitive the documents are when it comes to the discovery process.
Celebrity that owns Mint Mobile. I guess who do all the promotion for Mint Mobile? Ryan Reynolds.
For the final time on this final show, go to mintmobile.com/strikeforce to learn how you can get Mint Unlimited for $15 a month for a limited time. And back to you, knowingly talented and disturbingly generous sons of bitches.
With this unexpected legal twist, Hollywood is watching closely. When a scandal of this magnitude breaks, celebrities rarely stay silent, and reactions have been pouring in fast. First up, let's talk about Ryan Reynolds, Blake's husband and famous for his witty, sarcastic social media presence. Surprisingly, Ryan has stayed unusually quiet throughout the whole ordeal. Fans are divided. Some believe his silence is a strategic move, while others think he might be quietly dealing with the fallout behind the scenes.
Told the parties to follow the rules here. There was initially, it was an idea of let's come up with a protective order by March 11th. But it seems what the judge has said is more specifically, be careful of the out-of-court statements that you make because you don't want to materially prejudice a case. You don't want to taint a jury.
Meanwhile, actress and close friend of Blake, Taylor Swift, subtly showed her support by posting a cryptic message on Instagram. Always stand by those who stand by you. Could this be a nod to Blake? On the flip side, Chrissy Teigen, who's never shy about sharing her opinions, weighed in on Twitter with, "Fame doesn't excuse bad behavior. Period." While she didn't name anyone directly, fans are convinced she was referring to Blake. Even Blake's former co-stars, like Leighton Meester from Gossip Girl, have been asked about the controversy. While Leighton has stayed silent, insiders suggest their off-screen relationship wasn't as friendly as it appeared on the show. Could this be another hint in the unfolding drama?
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' publicist is asking to be dropped from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. Weeks after Justin filed a defamation complaint against his It Ends With Us co-star Blake and her husband Ryan in response to her sexual harassment and retaliation lawsuit against him, and named their publicist Leslie Sloan as a co-defendant, the Vision PR owner filed a motion on February 20th to dismiss his countersuit. According to documents obtained by E! News, in the $400 million lawsuit, Justin alleges that Leslie propagated malicious stories portraying him as a sexual predator and orchestrated a smear campaign against him at Blake's direction. However, the publicist's attorney alleges in a February 20th motion to dismiss the lawsuit obtained by E! News that there's no basis for such accusations, and that Leslie was dragged into the legal battle as a smoke and mirrors exercise to distract from Blake's accusations of sexual harassment and retaliation.
Insiders have reported that Blake allegedly had tense interactions on movie sets. A former assistant from one of her blockbuster films claims Blake showed a strict and controlling attitude that rubbed some people the wrong way. Additionally, some fashion designers have hinted at difficult working relationships with her. One well-known stylist who worked with Blake once posted, Sometimes beauty is only skin deep, which fans quickly speculated was a subtle jab aimed at her.
You know, most people don't speak up, and you know, granted, we know what we're getting into when we get into that world or dip our toe in that world. But, you know, in my mind, I was like, if you can't be real when you're on a movie set, or say like if it's Blake Lively, you know, like if you can't let your guard down there when you're surrounded by, you know, people that you're doing your craft, like you should be able to be real. And if you're acting like that in that position, and she was a producer on the film, and she was just surrounded by, you know, all these businessmen, and she's very powerful, you know, and like sitting and listening to her lunches and stuff, it was just surprising to me that at her level of fame and power and everything else, that she would even have the headspace to think, I'm gonna call this girl down and rattle her cage.
While these claims never gained much attention before, could this latest scandal be the confirmation of a hidden side to Blake's personality? It's definitely making people rethink what they thought they knew about her.
How much she needs to be in control of everything she does.
I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled.
So yeah, it makes sense. We also need to talk about this outfit, because what is this? She showed up in this like raincoat looking latex thing with another outfit underneath that she revealed later for the drama, of course, just Blake being Blake. And someone said her hair is giving trying to look innocent Amber Heard vibes, and I kind of can't unsee that now. And I'm also just getting so tired of seeing this plastered on fake smile of hers. Like, it looks painful, and I'm concerned that this woman doesn't have a soul. Now, some people were actually speculating about fans being planted in the audience, including Lori Feig, wife of director Paul Feig, who was pictured in the crowd directly behind Blake, which is actually kind of odd. Some people think this could have been a coincidence and she was just there supporting Blake, while others think that this is incredibly embarrassing on Lori and Paul's part, and this was a blatant attempt to make Blake look better in front of her, quote, fans.
Meanwhile, legal experts speculate that if the footage was obtained without consent, the influencer could face legal repercussions. But here's the twist. If the allegations against Blake hold up, it could open the floodgates for others to come forward with their own stories. Could this be the beginning of the end for Blake's seemingly flawless image? Or will Hollywood rally around her in support? Only time will tell.
Here are the four sort of quadrants that they agreed upon: trade secrets, security measures, medical information. None of that seemed that problematic, but it was this last one: highly personal and intimate information about third parties. Highly personal, intimate information about parties other than information directly relevant to the truth or falsity of any allegation in the complaints in this case.
This scandal is just one of many that expose the toxic side of the entertainment industry. Time and again, we've seen celebrities fall from grace because of what happens behind the scenes. Now, with the protective order involving Blake Lively and, surprisingly, Justin Bieber, many are questioning why certain details are being kept under wraps. Reports reveal that key documents and evidence have been marked as attorneys' eyes only, raising serious concerns about transparency. If justice is truly being served, why limit public access to such critical information? Is this yet another example of Hollywood elites shielding themselves from accountability?
Problematic and annoying, potentially for both parties, but I think here is Justin is the one who needs information from Blake more than Blake needs information from Justin, so I think he's more impacted by this order. Just to kind of set the stage a little bit, what happens, you know, when somebody goes to court, when they can't resolve their dispute, they surrender it to a court system, judge or jury, to be decided, and these are public forums. So everything that's said in court or filed in court is generally public record. Here's the kicker: attorney eyes only is the order. So meaning that if Blake Lively produces some text messages with herself or about a third party and over to Justin's side, she can designate it as being highly personal and intimate, and that means that Justin cannot see that document. Only his attorney can see it. And I've spoken out against these rules because it interferes with the attorney-client relationship. If I, as an attorney, are representing you in, and I now obtain what I think is really powerful evidence, but I can't share it with you. I can just say, hey, Andy, great news. I got this smoking gun. And you're going to be like, what is it? Oh, I can't tell you about it. I can't even show it to you. Of course, how can I not share it with you? You're my client. I have a duty to you, and you know more than I do about the facts. And now you could be like, oh, if I saw that message, this would then unlock all this other information or inconsistencies, but I can't share it with you. It's totally screwed up, interferes with the attorney-client relationship. And the other thing that I've spoken out about these orders is who says that attorneys are so much more trustworthy than clients? We just go read the news, there's a lot of attorneys who've gotten into trouble for all kinds of horrible stuff. Why is it that we're saying, oh, we can trust an attorney with this information, but we can't trust the client, the party who has not had these problems with violating the law? So I hate the order. I understand the reason for protection, but I think this goes way too far. And, look, both sides will survive. They'll deal with it. If there's something that's designated improperly and it's really not that confidential, they'll take it back to the court. They'll strip off this protection.
The real question is, how many more hidden scandals are lurking beneath the surface? And at what point will fans start demanding real accountability instead of just empty apologies? So what do you think? Do you believe the allegations against Blake Lively? Or is this just another case of cancel culture gone too far? Should the public have more access to the details of this legal battle? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood's latest scandal, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more explosive celebrity news.